Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to another live commentary. This time we're doing the sequel to Olympus Has Fallen that came out in 2016. London Has Fallen. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that flag, but hey, we got to go to London right now. The movie's short. It's about an hour and 40 minutes. Hey, Network 98. Eddie, what's up? This started the movie. We got to the Universal logo. This movie is not as bad as the critics say it is. I've seen worse sequels than this. I mean, this movie did make a decent amount of money in 2016, and there were way worse movies that came out that summer. Jason Bourne, X-Men Apocalypse, the first Suicide Squad movie, yeah, way worse. Hey, Jalen. Put it up a little bit. There it is. Millennium Films, the same guys that did the first one. I would love to see Gerard Butler in like Expendables 4 or something like that. It'd be good to see him because he's done these movies, so why not? I mean, Bob Odenkirk did Nobody, and that was good. The movie's okay. It's fine. You know, it's decent. I saw it. I rented it at the library years ago, and I got to see it for free. So not too bad. And I got this movie for like $5 at Best Buy a couple years ago. So not Best Buy. I got it at Target. So no harm, no foul. I didn't hate it. I haven't seen it for a while, so let's give it a shot. What do you think of blonde from Dark of the Moon? She's there. Nice to look at. Not much of an actress. This looks like footage from today. The things that are happening in the Middle East, yeah. It's got most of the cast back from the first movie, except for the villains. The villains this time are, I think they're British. I don't remember. It's got everybody from the first movie except for the villains, like the Asians, the South, what was it? The North Korean terrorists are not in this one. I think they're Middle Eastern in this one. Yeah. Oh, it's racist. It's a movie, guys. Get over yourselves. Expendables 3 made me hate Antonio Banderas for a while. Yeah, it did because he was annoying. This movie didn't make me hate Gerard Butler. I already had my disdain for British actors way before this movie came out in 2011 when I saw Captain America: The First Avenger. Hey, Darius. Charlotte Riley. Because there's British actors in this movie, I don't even know who they are. I've never heard of them, so I can't hate them if I have no idea who they are. This is better than Expendables 3. I can easily say that. It's an R rating, just like the first one. These movies were not meant for critics. The first one, the critics hated that movie too. This is not winning awards, guys. It's just a fun action movie to watch for about 90 minutes. There's bad people all over the world, and you know that, not just in one location. Like people like Asians, they're all evil. No, they're not. How would you feel if Loki died at the end of Son of the Mask? Well, it wouldn't matter because the movie was god awful. By the time Otis bit him in the dick, I was like, yeah, this is a cartoon. This is a bad cartoon. At least Loki's coming out tonight, so I'll be in better spirits. What do you think of the Wizard of Oz sequels? Which one? Return of Oz I like. Oz the Great and Powerful is a prequel, not a sequel. Some of them are good and some of them are awful. Plus, this didn't have Anton Fuqua didn't come back to direct this because he was busy doing another film. So you got Babak Najafi as a director. He did a good job. Hey, I just saw Takers and that was worse than this. That movie is so incoherent and so much shaky cam like this. I don't know what the hell was going on. If Tarantino directed The Gentleman, would you have liked it? Hey, it would have been better written. It wouldn't have been a 15-minute scene where Hugh Grant says the C word like 15 times. That's not funny. I got more laughs out of this movie. There's the Indians, right? Yeah. I believe so. That's what the problem with the new Aladdin was. It looks too much like a Bollywood movie. It doesn't look Middle Eastern. But they're stupid because they cast people that are not Middle Eastern. They get people that are like from India or from some other place like Asia. John, worst and best for both of them. His best is Rampage from 2009. His worst that I've seen is Alone in the Dark. I have not seen House of the Dead or Blood Rain or any of that because he just can't make good movies. Rampage was a fluke. That was like not based on a game, so it was actually decent. Because that not the Rampage movie with The Rock. That's another Rampage. This movie is political. If this movie upset you, then you hate Winter Soldier and Civil War from Captain America because those are basically the same movie, just not R-rated. Which would you rather do? Spend your life insurance to buy on every movie, TV show, and video game you hate, or live in an Australian outback for the rest of your life? I don't know, man, because I can't make a decision right now. Did I like the 1995 Mortal Kombat movie? Yes. I wonder when the Uncharted movie's coming out. I don't know. It didn't say yet. 2 years later. Here comes the American flag. I know Flag Day is next week, but I didn't want to wait. And I know Morgan Freeman did this for a paycheck, but hey, everybody's got to do one. Will Ferrell did that for the Lego sequel. He made a cameo, and it's so worthless in that movie. I wish people would stop talking about the restaurant. Yeah, just stop. Yeah, if you talk about Taco Bell, I'm going to block you or I'm going to silence you. I don't want to hear it. Not today. We're only about 7 minutes in to the podcast. I don't want to deal with any BS in the podcast today. I did this podcast early because I wanted to have a day off. So, and I didn't have much to do. So I was like, yeah, I went out today already. So I got some sun, and I'm ready to watch another movie. Rhoda Mitchell, this is her last appearance in the franchise. She doesn't come back for the third one. She's replaced by Piper Perabo. She still looks too much like two. It's two, not two. She's wait a minute. No, don't go to YouTube. I'm not done yet. Shrek or Shrek 2, the first one. She looks too much like Kristen Wiig. I'm like, Kristen Wiig is a way better actress. And she knows how to say two, not two. You freaking moron. That's the same accent problem I had with the Mortal Kombat movie this year. That the girl playing Sonya Blade had an accent that was slipping in and out. You were doing reviews like crazy back in summer 2020. Yeah, because I couldn't go to the theater. This year I have a chance to go back to the theater in July, and I'm going for it. Black Widow was my first film I'm seeing in the summer. Best and worst Paul Feig movie. His best one is Bridesmaids. Worst, I would say Fembusters, but I haven't seen it because I refuse to. I like Spy and Unaccompanied Minors. Those movies were pretty good, but Spy was a little bit too long. I thought that and Bridesmaids easily could have had some editing done to make the movie shorter. Bridesmaids was over 2 hours. It could have been an hour and a half. And so did Spy. Spy could have been an hour 40 at the most. It was almost 2 hours. And I'm like, you didn't need that. There were characters in that movie you could have cut out entirely, and it would not make a difference. I did a lot of reviews because I'm like, well, people expected me to. There was a lot of movies that came out last summer that were not in theaters, so I had to watch them. This year I have a chance to see movies in the theater and get back to you. What do you think of Fargo? I have not seen Fargo. That's not Melissa Leo from the first movie, right? Yeah. I don't think it is. Yeah, people did a lot of that last year, video chatting and Zoom calls and TikTok and all that. I haven't even seen the Fargo TV series because, like I said, it wasn't interested to me. I wasn't interested in it. Just saying. In Wrath of Man, they only say the C word twice. Again, they use it 30 times in The Gentleman, and it's not funny. Saying it once is not funny. I know it's a British term for, uh, I think, a girl's hoo ha, but it's not needed. I can see your posters a little bit better there. Oh yeah, I have better lighting. I still need lighting in my room. I need to put a big light right in the middle here so it can illuminate my room. But my dad won't pay for the electricity, so I got to wait a little longer. But some of my podcasts I'm going to do upstairs. So um, in uh in the summer I want to do more podcasts upstairs. I got to do Mission Impossible 1 in July. I give Birds of Prey a B. I didn't see it because I just don't. I'm not a Margot Robbie fan. She's too much. Raya's an A minus. I like the film, but like I said, guys, I'm not doing a podcast for it because I didn't care for the third act. The third act, just you take Sisu out of the movie for until the end, and Raya doesn't do the heroic thing at the end. The freaking villain does, and fuck that villain. What do you think of Assassin's Creed movie? I didn't see it. I saw the cast and I was like, this is gonna be weak. The last good, the last good video game movie was Sonic the Hedgehog in the theater that I saw because I saw Mortal Kombat at home, but Sonic was better. I walk yeah. At least it's not Idris Elba because Idris Elba was in everything in the 2010s. Good God. War with Grandpa's a C. I skipped that one too because I thought it was a sequel to Playing with Fire because it just looked like it. Like a bad Nickelodeon movie, you know? All of them. This sounds like a Bond movie, right? That's why I'm not gonna see No Time to Die. Not because I'm racist, because it's the movie's almost 3 hours, guys. Sat through one of those already this year, the Justice League Snyder Cut. That was way too long. Ugh. Let me get my drink. This is just a boring scene with the Brits talking. Playing with Fire is god awful. I know it's not a good movie. There's a little girl that screams a lot, and then it's a bunch of bathroom humor, and it's just not funny. I'm not wasting my time with that movie. There's Angela Bassett from the first movie. Thank God she didn't do a Tyler Perry movie because she's better than that. She did a lot of those romantic comedies in the late '90s, like Waiting to, I think, not Waiting to Exhale. What was it? How Stella Got Her Groove Back and all that? Yeah. Doolittle, I didn't see either. Knives Out, I haven't seen it. I don't trust that director, guys. I have one movie with Ryan Johnson, and that's Looper. In my collection, personally, Idris Elba's inconsistent. Sometimes he's good and sometimes he's bad. Yeah, but he does the same thing in everything. He either talks like this, or he uses his real accent, or uses a shitty American accent like this. I'm gonna talk like this in the Dark Tower. I'm like, yeah, he talks like that, and I'm like, no, I need an actor that's got personality. Gerard Butler, say what you will about his American accent, at least he's consistent. He's not like Idris Elba where he's talking like this the whole time. I'm like, yeah, I'm sick of that Batman voice, guys. It's laughable. They made fun of that in that DC Superhero Girls episode last week. There's Morgan Freeman. Freeman, he's a national treasure. Even in a bad movie, the guy can still act. I never seen his early stuff from the '80s when Freeman had like black hair and not white hair or gray hairs. But I did see a lot of his stuff in the theater in the last decade. Or in the 2000s, I saw him in Batman Begins, Dark Knight. I saw him in Red in 2010. John Worsfield universe to try to be like the MCU. I don't even know. Like, I can't say DC because they have done some good films. Aquaman and Shazam fight. Those movies, I'll fight for those. I'll defend those because those were funny. I would say probably the Dark Universe. They tried to make a universe in their first freaking movie, and they failed completely. I wasn't a fan of Amazing Spider-Man 2, but that was like a sequel to a bad movie, so I was not expecting much. But with The Mummy, it could have been decent, and it's awful. It's awful. It's a bad movie with a lot of talent wasted and trying to put all these Easter eggs for another movie that's never going to happen. Invisible Man didn't do that last year. I'm going to see it, but I'm going to wait till Halloween. I have B-Flix now. I can watch it there. So Blake can't get it for The Last Jedi, now Rian Johnson. It's just that I don't trust him. They wanted him to do Mando. I don't want him touching Mando because he'll just make it some feminized, subverting your expectations BS that I don't want. I don't want that. Trust me, I don't want that. If I don't trust an actor or director or a producer or a freaking writer, I don't want them in the project. It's like getting Simon Kimber to write the next X-Men movie. He failed 3 freaking times, guys. 3 times. Last Stand, Apocalypse, and freaking Dark Phoenix. I'm not going to say First Class because I don't even think he wrote that one. I say the Transformers movies. Well, not really, because they were trying to be their own thing. They weren't trying to be, let's cross over with Power Rangers. Let's cross over with the Fast and the Furious. Let's cross over with Jurassic Park. Let's cross over with freaking Voltron. No, they were self-contained. They were bad, but they were self-contained. Because at least Bumblebee is a spin-off that actually worked. But that was one movie. I want to do a podcast for that before Haley Steinfeld's in the Hawkeye. Yes, Josh, I'm going to do that. So when you see this video, don't bite my head off. I told you I'm attracted to Haley. I'm going to watch her in Hawkeye. That's all there is to it. I have spoken. New Scotland Yard. Yeah. Little on the nose. Sony wants to make their own Spider-Verse. I know. That's why they're trying to put 18 characters in No Way Home, because they want to put their Sinister Six movie because they didn't get it a few years ago. Because you have they're bringing back Electro, they're bringing back Doc Ock, they're bringing back Green Goblin. Hopefully, have you seen the Disney Channel movie Smart House and The Luck of the Irish? Yeah, years ago. I haven't watched them in years. I want to rewatch them on Disney Plus if they're there. This guy is so boring. This black British guy that was an Arrow, he's just so dull. He's the same thing in everything. He's just dull. How would you feel if Pixar DreamWorks made an animated Pac-Man movie? I like the last Pac-Man cartoon that came out. Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures is cute. It wasn't high art, but it was cute. It respected the cartoon. I mean, the cartoon respected the video game more than a movie could have done, because it has the characters from the game, Pac-Man, the ghosts. It has the power pellets. It has the references to the other games. They mentioned Pac World, which Pac-Man World was a game back in the 2000s. So yeah, it was cute that Pac-Man. So Disney did a good job with that. Hey, John. I don't have Angel Has Fallen, so I can't do a podcast for that yet. Maybe if I get that movie, I'll do a podcast. St. Paul's Cathedral. John, did you hear about Drake Bell? No, I didn't hear about him. McAvoy or Ratcliffe? Ratcliffe, because I'm not a big fan of McAvoy. I just think he sounds like Obi-Wan Kenobi in every movie. I don't know what it is. His British accent sounds like Ewan McGregor's. It's ridiculous. This looks like a scene from The Dark Knight. It's weird, right? Disney Plus has them. Yeah. What's your letter grade for Venom? It barely got a. It would get like a D minus. I wouldn't say F because there were some moments I chuckled once, and it's short, but it's not a good movie. It hurt me. It made my stomach hurt. Any movie that causes me a physical ailment is an abomination. Because the last time I saw Speed Racer, I had a headache. Not the cartoon, that movie. I was so disoriented with how bad that movie was. I was like, why was this movie even made? It wasn't meant for me. I never saw the cartoon. That's why I don't want to see a reboot of that. Unless they made a Speed Racer movie animated and not crazy into the Spider-Verse type crazy, flashy imagery. Yeah, you can't do that. It just gives me a headache. I don't suffer from seizures, but I do have headaches when images are hitting me in the face. So, this movie's not like that. This movie gets crazy once the explosions start in London. There's the Redcoats. Disney Plus has every Disney Channel movie. No, it's not every one. There's a few that are missing. My Date with the President's Daughter isn't there. Mail to the Chief is not there. At least most of them. Smart House and The Luck of the Irish are on there. Yeah. There's a lot of movies that are missing. I can tell. Even some of the Marvel movies are missing. You have Spider-Man Homecoming isn't there yet. Far From Home isn't there. The Sam Raimi movies are not there, and they're Marvel movies. Into the Spider-Verse is not there. I'm like, yeah, because they're trying to work a deal out with Sony to release it next year before No Way Home comes out on Disney Plus. Canadian Prime Minister. Why don't they do a film in Canada? Like the next Fallen movie, it could be like Toronto Has Fallen or Montreal Has Fallen or something. Yeah, traffic. Even in the UK, they have traffic. We're about 22 minutes in. Not so bad. It's a lot shorter. This movie's way shorter than the first one. Japanese Prime Minister Sutomo Nukushima. I'll just mute this. We're almost there. Yeah, they're just sitting there. Those subtitles are way too small. There are heavily secured measures, I know. Westminster Abbey. What grade would you give McAvoy? I don't like him. He's dull. The only movie I could tolerate him is the First Chronicles of Narnia. Beautiful Italian chick. She's cute. Got beautiful curly hair. You know how I feel about hair, guys. I love hair. John, Caladatus is worse than Jupiter Ascending. I know. Look at that beautiful hair when I stroke it. I got to. I love hair. I don't care what country you're from. If you're a girl and you have beautiful hair, I want to touch it on your head. Let's be clear, not anywhere else in the body. I just that's the French Prime Minister. Yeah, they all have to come in. What's worse, Tom Hardy or Idris Elba? Hardy, because he acts like a cartoon. What do you think of Man of Steel? I didn't care for it. It's just boring. I think that's it, right? They don't have the minister from from the Arabic countries, right? No, because they're the villains in this movie. This movie's not as bad as the Taken sequels. Those are way worse. Like those are so incoherent and boring, and hard to watch. That, yeah, I couldn't sit through them a second time. Taken 2 or Taken 3. Sushi. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't like them either. I don't like to. I don't like to have to see somebody's dead body. Yeah, there's a guy walking suspiciously with a coat on that has facial hair. What did you think was going to happen, guys? In these movies, they make it so convenient for these people to just take over a building or like a major city. It is. I give Pugface and Saoirse Ronan an A plus. I can't. I can't deal with either one of them. Ronan is a very boring actress because I saw her in The Host and she was soulless in that. And Pugface, I said it. I said it here, guys. I don't care about her in Black Widow. I'm watching that for Scarlet, and that is it. If Scarlett's not on screen, I don't care. I'm not invested. Or Tony Stark's cameo. There's a Canadian flag. Best and worst A24 movies I've never seen. Here's when the movie really gets started. 25 minutes in. They're not real red coats. You see why I told you can't trust the British? I told you guys that from day one. And they're like, you're a racist. Well, I don't trust them. They attacked us hundreds of years ago. We beat them. We got our independence from them in 1776, meaning that we're a free country. We don't need them. We don't need them in every freaking movie that comes out now. We don't need them. The year started with WandaVision. I had Paul Bettany. Fine. We don't need any more after that. We didn't need a British chicken Falcon and the Winter Soldier or Loki or Hawkeye or anything else. We don't need it. That's right, Mike. Take out those fake Brits. That's not a bomb. That's right, eat it. This is worth a rental at least. If you never bought the movie, it's worth streaming at least. That's right, Mike. Take them out. I had to put the fan on. I was dying, guys. It's so hot today. It's like 86. People are like, this movie it's so angry. It's so racist. It's so xenophobic. Again, I have xenophobia, and you don't see me going and blowing up a building because I'm not crazy. I'm not out of my mind. I don't have to take out my anger on a whole country. I don't want to do that because I'm not a monster. I have frustrations, not monstrosities in my head. You know, this movie, it's just a movie. This is not a documentary, guys. This is not a 9/11 movie. I saw that in the theater. Which is worse, Venom or Hellboy? Venom, because I haven't seen Hellboy. Hellboy's just a mess. Venom is worse because it's a cartoon. So these terrorists are attacking a bunch of people from other countries. That's happened in a lot of action movies. This is not the only one. I give Scarlet and Brie an A plus. Yeah, I love them both. One of them won an Oscar, and the other one will one day. Yeah, no one's safe in this movie. Yep. Ding dong, kaplooey. If I was making a movie, I would never go to the UK because I don't want to have bad vibes over there. They should have done a Black Widow movie in phase one. Yeah, they should have, but they waited so long. But I'm gonna see it anyway. The best A24 movie from eighth grade, worst is The Lobster. Liam Neeson needs to stop doing action movies. Yeah, he does the same thing. He does Taken in every single thing aspect. That's right, blow up. Hey, Michael Bay does this on purpose, and his movies are way longer than this. Eighth Grade is my favorite movie ever. I love The Lobster as well. I didn't see The Lobster because it has freaking Rachel Weisz, and I told you, I can't trust them, guys. I cannot trust them. After what they did to me in the last decade in Force Awakens, I cannot trust them. Tom Holland and Benedict Cumberbatch got out off easy. They're men. They're not a bunch of freaking Brits with big teeth, big dead eyes, or fish lips, or freaking, a face that haunted me. Sorry. I mean, Eros. If people think that movies are xenophobic, then Black Widow's going to be xenophobic too, because it's a Russian people shooting a bunch of other people. Ronan is better than Lady Bird. I didn't see that. Brooklyn, I didn't see that because it's some boorish Irish story. And Little Women, which is a remake. It's been done 18 times before, guys. This is not the first version. Haven't seen The Host. It's awful. I can't judge her performance. I saw it, and she is boring. The whole movie, she has contact lenses, and she's like, no, don't. Get off of me. And I'm like, oh, my God. Can you please show emotion? You know why that movie sucked, right? It was directed by Stephanie Meyer. Yeah, the writer of Twilight. I think it was directed by her. Well, she at least produced it. She did that movie, and she wrote the book, and she's horrible. She doesn't know how to write a good romance without shoving a forced emo love triangle in it. Stephanie Meyer, she got some issues, man. No, she didn't do 50 Shades of Grey, but she's responsible for that because of her. It's Twilight fan fiction. Here we go. Yeah, Morgan Freeman sat this one out. He didn't want to do. No, Melissa Leo, I think that was her, but they gave her like a southern accent in this movie. It's a cameo. The action's competent. At least I could see this. The director actually kept the camera steady. He didn't shake the camera every 5 seconds. In Takers, I couldn't see what the hell was going on. And that movie came out in 2010. So there was no excuse. No. Hell yeah, buddy. That was cool. Yep, that was a stupid decision, dude. Crashing your head into the glass, what do you think was going to happen? You know how gravity works, right? I love that this movie is violent and doesn't hold back. None of these movies are for kids. Best and worst Tony Scott movie. I don't know what his worst is. I will have to look that up. Hold on. I'm glad I'm doing this podcast because this is a much shorter movie. I was gonna do The Punisher, but it's a lot longer. I'll have to look it up. It's Tony Scott. I know one of his last movies was in the 2010s. Then he died. These movies weren't meant for critics. You guys know that. Because unlike Liam Neeson, Gerard Butler is not 69 years old or 70 years old. Brooklyn almost made me tear up because it's a drama. It's supposed to happen. Classic Film Collector, '88. It's a movie. It's a tearjerker. It's like Mank or Parasite. It's going to make you feel sad. I don't want to be sad. I want to be happy this summer. Last summer I was sad because I couldn't go to the theater. Yeah, no. That's right, baby. Best Tony Scott movie is True Romance. I haven't seen it. If this movie is xenophobic, then so is the first two Die Hard films. Because they have German terrorists killing a bunch of American people inside of a building in Los Angeles. Second movie, same thing. Well, they're not German, but you get it. The Host was directed by Andrew Niccol, but Stephenie Meyer wrote that story. And it's god awful. Thanks for correcting me, classic film. But Tony Scott, I see he died in 2012. I miss him. I do. He had two projects that were announced that he never got to finish. Maybe his brother Ridley will. I haven't seen True Romance. I heard it's really good, but it's very dark. Directed. Beverly Hills Cop 2, Top Gun, The Hunger, Revenge, Days of Thunder, Last Boy Scout, Crimson Tide, True Romance, Enemy of the State, Spy Game. I would say his best one is The Last Boy Scout. I think it's a very underrated film. His worst is Deja Vu. I couldn't stand that movie. It's overrated. It's so long, and you kill off Paula Patton in the first 20 minutes. How dare you, writers? How dare you? Let me see. The Host. There's a better movie called The Host from 2006. It's a South Korean movie. It's a lot better than the 2013 one. It's not boring. It's a monster movie with a giant tadpole creature. The effects still look good too for a movie that's 15 years old. I saw the clip from that movie and I'm like, it's actually a really good looking creature design. It looks like a creature that would be in the Star Wars prequels or in like the Mandalorian. God, the Host sucked. The 2013 movie. No, Andrew Nichols directed it. But Stephenie Meyer wrote it. I know she did. Yeah, there it is. Andrew Nichols wrote the movie, and Stephenie Meyer wrote the novel, and it's bad. It's bad, guys. And this guy's from New Zealand. What the hell did he do? I like In Time. I think that's an underrated movie. Wrote The Truman Show. I haven't seen it. Gattaca. I haven't seen. The Terminal was a good movie, but a little bit long. He directed In Time. That I like a lot better. It's not some boring ass movie that's over 2 hours. That's just people acting like robots. Justin Timberlake in that movie and Amanda Seyfried make a much better couple than Saoirse Ronan and Jake Gable or whatever, whoever the hell's in that movie. Oh, that's Jackie Earle Haley. I forgot he was in this movie. Best MCU movie, the first Avengers or Avengers Endgame. Because those just left me, dumbfounded. I was like, wow. The perfect superhero movie that didn't need Like it didn't need to pander. There's Melissa Leo. Yeah, it's a cameo this time. I'll take a picture of myself. Take a selfie of myself. It's too dark. There we go. I'll just brighten it up a little bit. It was a trap. Holy shit. It's one thing to plan, it's another to live it. Parasite didn't make me depressed. It shocked me though because of how unpredictable. Yeah, a woman pukes in that movie, and that's disgusting. I'm sorry. And I thought it was a movie about a disease. No, it's not, right? I couldn't see it, especially after what happened last year. Hell no. Asian, what happened to the freaking isolation. Yeah, it's like that Songbird movie. I'm never watching that, guys. Don't ask me to do a podcast for that. The movie is horrible. It insults what happened last year. Oh man, that came out of nowhere. That came out of nowhere. Yeah, this movie is still entertaining. It's short and sweet. Which would you rather watch, Howling Seven or a Serbian film? And neither. They're both horrible. The most movies. The Howling Seven hurt me a lot. What's worse, Mortal Kombat Annihilation or Batman and Robin? They're both pretty terrible. At least Mortal Kombat Annihilation, I can laugh at how bad it is. Oh my god. It's how she's crying. Mm-hmm. Yep, that the helicopter got totaled, man. They survived, yeah. Because it's a movie, that it's not realism, guys. Realism, you could take that off of the shelf as soon as the movie starts. Did I have friend David? I think I did. That's it. Yep, she dies in the movie. At least she's not the first to die. So Andrew Nichols directed that movie, but I my favorite MCU is Civil War and The Winter Soldier. Yeah, those are great movies, but they still have flaws, though. And I think the third movie has way too much in it. I think you could have cut like one or two characters out, or Zemo's just not a good villain. He just was weak. Doesn't do much. It's not all about these at all. I know, but still, it was a little too close to home. It's depressing. It's not a comedy. I know Parasite is not a comedy. It's Asian people suffering. I saw that already last year and in 2019. It's a satire film of the social class structure. Yeah, not interested. People that weren't very social to me this year or last year. Where are my headphones? Hold on. Comfortable suit, but after class, yeah. How do you think I feel now? For me, it's the first Avengers or Infinity War. Except Infinity War has the worst ending of the Avengers so far. Endgame really did not let me down. It was a follow up that proved that yes, we're here. It's here to stay. The Nightmare on Elm Street remake sucked. I know it did. I know. You don't have to tell me, old man. Last year, the whole world changed. What happened in 2020? No, nobody saw that coming. I knew the world was going to change, but not that fast. That wouldn't work. Amy Schumer as a president, some comedian? No. That's a stupid question, film collector. It is a stupid question. Don't put stupid questions in the chat. I'm not going to answer them. It's not a Q&A, guys. Remember, this is a live commentary, not a Q&A. I could have, if I wanted a Q&A, I would ask for one, but I don't want to because I don't want to answer questions. No, it's not. hmm Actually, the president, because he's only the vice president in this movie. Sorry, Darius. Yeah, again, that was awesome. Right in the neck. He gave him a clothesline with a stick. Yeah, he has bombs, grenades. Yeah, dude, you're not gonna talk again. Hmm. My least favorite MCU was Iron Man 2. Mine is 3. Because 3 did, the Mandarin twist, the stupid, the supporting cast, and even the post credit scene was not worth waiting for. It was Tony talking to Banner, and I'm like, and why does Banner look older there than he does in Infinity War and Endgame? Made no sense. Maybe maybe uh Mark Ruffalo decided not to shave or something at that time. Hmm. I'll say they're in every franchise that's ever existed. Yeah, this is kind of a slow scene, but we're almost an hour in, so we're almost like half done. So the movie's about uh 99 minutes, so it's pretty short. We're about halfway through. Smoke bomb, and I guarantee you the Batman's not going to be an R rated. And even if it is, it's not going to be better than half of these movies that I've seen this year. Hmm. Even the scene with the lights off, I can see it better than Solo. How is it that this movie is a better movie than Solo? Because I can see it. I can see the action. It's not shot in the dark. That is so dark. I can't see anything. I can see. I can see Gerard Butler's face. I can see Aaron Eckhart. I can see the villains. Now things are starting to feel the way it was back in 2019. Yeah, malls are reopening with they have seating areas now. The restaurants are opening. I give Mortal Kombat 95 a C, Annihilation a D minus, and the new one a D plus. Why a D plus? It wasn't that bad. It had problems. Yeah. Kano annoyed me. I don't like Sonya Blade. And yes, some things are rushed to make way for the sequel. And also the lead guy sucked. Colt. But they did a lot of things better than in Annihilation and in the 1995 movie. But to me, the movies they're gonna even out. They're better than any of the Street Fighter movies. I can say that without question. A D plus is being too low. I think a B plus would have been better, or a C plus. But at least you're not asking, what if that crappy fast? No, I'm not gonna. I'm not going there. And at least Gerard Butler cares about these movies. Bruce Willis hasn't cared in a movie in over a decade. Sorry, since like Looper came out. After Looper and Red 2, he just stopped trying after that. Because every movie is like this. And I'm gonna get a paycheck, but then just talking like this. No, I need some personality. It's been almost 3 months and we're still on that stupid topic. Yeah, again, let it go. I'm left-handed. Yeah, I need to do a podcast for the first Mission Impossible in July because July's a long month and there's I haven't done the first one. I've done three this year and I've done sequels last year, 4, 5, and 6. I got to do the first one. Two, no, I don't even think I'm gonna do it. If I do, I need to be ready for it. I know, Aaron Eckhart. Just like last year, all because people can't wash their hands and keep their animals, from contamination. hmm I agree with that. I agree with that, Mike. I read very much. Yikes! Like Infinity War, when Gamora's like, "If you have to kill me, kill me." If it comes to that, this movie does have that feeling of Infinity War. Not as long. I'm just saying that it has that tone, that it's dead serious, most of it. But then there's some fun moments. There's some moments in this movie that made me smile. Yeah, in an R-rated movie. Hey, Joker made me smile, and it wasn't for the reasons you think. I think this guy's half asleep. It's like, I think he's assassinated. Wake up, dude. Wake up. They're impersonating you. Who are you? I give the intruder a D. May eventually change it. It's awful. That movie where Dennis Quaid plays a cartoon character, and the only thing I remember is Megan Good's ass. Yeah, that's not much to remember. Mile 22 a D. Peppermint, no, I think it's better than that classic. I'm sorry. That's an underrated movie. I want to do a podcast for that movie probably in September. It's under a movie that was underappreciated in 2018. It's not the bad movie that the critics say it is. Jennifer Garner is awesome in that movie. I haven't said that in a long time. Clear these bastards. Yeah. See, they say things weird. Bastards. In America, we say bastards. Yeah. That's how you say it. Bastards. That's so stupid. Because Peppermint, it's never going to get a sequel, but it's trending on Netflix, and I'm glad that it has an audience. You're not the audience, classic film collector. I am, because I gave it a shot, and it could have pissed me off. I know it's dark. I know that the little girl dies. I know that the husband dies. It's like a John Wick movie with a woman. At least I'm invested in Jennifer Garner, unlike someone like Charlize Theron or Felicity Jones or something. The 2021 remake sucked in my opinion. I have the same problems with Kano. It's not the greatest movie of the year. But unlike Mortal Kombat, had the violence from the game and the fatalities and the fan service. Cosmic Sin is the worst movie of all time. I haven't seen it because he's a cartoon character in that movie. Hmm. Too many f bombs just for cheap laughs. I say the f word every other sentence. This girl looks a lot like Jordana Brewster. It's not her, but a cartoon where a car flies into become a sci-fi movie franchise, or not a freaking science fiction film. From nowhere, he was never good in the first. He was never a good guy. Well, the Taskmaster is the villain. I know. I bet one of her or I don't know. Like they're in like didn't seem like that this was made by because that's what the trade. Fortunately, people. This is why big questions, and even if I of what I don't know, it's worse than Mortal racist human. And I got what prequels? The Star these prequels you're talking about? The headache. And I'm gonna show. I don't want to read any. I don't want to read any more like me. This is from my. There we go. And talk about. Hey, John, it's Nicholas. I do this podcast that have nothing yet. F minus, yeah. Hmm. Wow, nice shot. Yeah, the movie's almost over. It's about 30 some minutes left. Good, because the first movie was a little bit long. It was almost 2 hours. So this one's about 90 minutes. So it's only about almost half that. So it's a little more than half that. So again, why are they whispering? Like, I'm gonna talk like this, and you can barely hear me, and you're not gonna hear a thing. I'm like, why are you whispering? It's not like people are gonna hear you. I'm not saying you have to scream. The audio cut out. What audio? My audio cut out? I didn't mute it. Can you guys hear me? Oh, your audio. Okay, that was like my audio. I sound fine. I didn't mute my thing. My computer froze. I know that happens to me sometimes too. It's very hot today. The thing I don't like about the chat is that they're always talking about things that have nothing to do with the movie. A shout out is fine. Oh, saying subscribe to your channel, that's fine too. But saying stupid questions or grading movies, that's not what this chat is about. Just to let you know, this is not a grading. This isn't school, guys. This is for my amusement. and for my subscribers that watch my content every year. You're 35, right? I'm 24. No, I'm 36 now. I was 35 last year. Jeff or Nicholas or whatever your name is. It says your name is Jeff, but I don't know if that's a code name. But yeah, I turned 36 in January. But age is just a number. I still look better than some 24-year-old guys that smoke or vape or whatever. I want to keep my face. I'm getting a lot of notifications from YouTube. I wish girls would be on this podcast because at least then they wouldn't talk about things that have nothing to do with the podcast. And I like that this scene is kind of quiet. Like there's not a lot of explosions in this scene. I agree with that, Enrique. At least this movie's coherent. I can understand what's going on and I'm entertained. I'm in a minority, guys. And not because of my skin color. I'm saying that when it comes to films, I know what I like and I know what I despise with a passion. Here's an explosion now. It's kind of a spark. It's not a major explosion. Ha ha ha. Oh no. Whoa. We made it, and that don't say that until you're off the ground, guys. Man, that truck totaled that freaking van. Because, like I said, this is not school. My chat is not for that. That's why when I do chats for something short, I just let it be. It's already 2:00 where I live. 2:02. Tonight I have to watch Loki. At least the chat won't bother me then. West London. Yeah. Mike is a knife machine. He's like Jason Statham in the Expendables, where he's using a lot of knives. Sorry about that, folks. It was a little technical issue. Let's continue the movie so that it doesn't end at 12. I mean, at 12 midnight. You're lagging really bad. I know, Jalen. I just came back. I changed my Wi-Fi. DreamWorks is going downhill. Yeah. Well, they did some movies I liked in the last decade. I liked Trolls. I thought that was cute. Spirit Untamed Suck. I didn't see Spirit. I didn't see the original hand-drawn animated movie with that horse or the new one because I'm like, no, I'd like good animated movies, good ones that don't have freaking gay agendas in it. Because I told you, not interested. You're lagging? Yeah, I know I was lagging, but I needed a little break anyway. I had to go. The first one is amazing. I haven't seen Spirit because it came out when I was in high school, so I was too old for it. My sister was like 8 when it came out. Excuse me, I'm okay. Was Australia and South Africa, would you hate her more? No, because what she is the worst thing ever. No, not Gerard Butler. That flag. Yeah, the flag that caused me nightmares for 6 years. Best is Kung Fu Panda 2 and How to Train Your Dragon 2. Those are good movies. This guy looks like Luke Perry. Yeah, it looks like if Luke Perry was a terrorist. May he rest in peace, by the way. The hobo, I'm just not a fan of hers, guys. I don't like her face. Her face caused a million memes, guys, to go batshit. Well, for me, it gave me nightmares. Nightmares, not I'm nightmares. Literally, I couldn't sleep. I was thinking that face haunting me, and I'm like, ooh. Disney Channel is also going downhill. It went downhill years ago, Jeff. It went downhill, I think, like 10 years ago. They haven't made a good movie in a long time. Last year, they made one movie, and I thought it was okay at best, but not the best movie. Their remakes have not been good, like Freaky Friday and Adventures in Babysitting and all that. I'm like, it's just the same movies done worse, like their Disney live action remakes. They take a classic animated film and make it terrible and overlong. And no, I did not see Cruella. I'm not into that. I think Emma Stone is gorgeous. She deserves better than that to win another Oscar. Sorry. Much better. I would love to see her in an action movie like this. Emma Stone is an action star. That could work with some training. Worst Disney Channel movie is Kim Possible. I disagree. I think the worst one, in my opinion, of all time is not Stuck in the Middle. What's it called? Gotta Kick It Up. I hate that movie so much. It is the bane of my existence when it comes to Disney Channel movies. Thank God there was only one film and not a sequel. It's the most pandering Spanish movie I've ever seen in any Disney Channel. The live action one, I didn't hate that one. The 2019 movie, I couldn't hate it because I'm like, it's different from the cartoon. I know, but my sister was a bigger fan of the cartoon. I like the cartoon. It's not my favorite of all time. The flashy camera filter and Peppermint also really suck. I don't want to hear about it. Let it go, Classic, or I'll block you. I wish I could remove this. Bring It On is better than Gotta Kick It Up. It is, because that made me laugh, and I like the cast more. If you like Black Klansman and Judas and the Messiah is the same kind of movie, why does the latter look terrible to you? What do you mean the latter looks terrible to you? I don't like the lead actor. Kaluuya, I don't think is the best actor. I like Denzel Washington's son better. Bring It On had a good sequel too. Yeah, the first sequel was all right. The 8 other sequels that they've done, I haven't seen any of them. Because I'm like, it didn't need 8 sequels. It only needed about 1. It didn't need to be a franchise. Once Peyton Reed left, it was just not the same. And people call this like action porn, but I'm like, it's got a lot of action in it. Are there any Best Picture winners you hate? Well, I can't say this year because what won Best Picture? Um, like no Man's Land or whatever. Yeah, I didn't see that. Moonlight, I don't want to see it because, like I said, it's about a gay black man. Not interested. No. If it's a part of that group affiliation, I want nothing to do with it. With Rocket Man or Bohemian Rhapsody or any of that. I can't deal with it. As a heterosexual man, it offends me. He sounds like the Scottish guy that was in the Wonder Woman movie. I'm glad I did that one already. I don't want to do the sequel because then I'll get like 1,000 freaking Q&A questions in the freaking chat, and I don't need that. Chat's weird. Okay, that was awesome. We're about an hour and 15 minutes in. I know it won Best Picture, but I never heard of it. It's a film. It's a human suffering movie, and I'm like, I don't want to see those right now. I want to be entertained, not be just sad and crying for days. I'm fine with a little emotion. I cried when I saw Superman and Lois last week. That last episode was really well acted, and it got me through. But it's not people suffering every 5 minutes. It's just too much. I'm living in the streets and eating. No, I can't. I can't do it. Can't do it. Not gonna do it. Nope, nope. Flammable gas. 7:55 p.m. Yeah, still early. I'm not gonna see Moonlight. The whole world has to see this. Or Aaron Eckhart. He was always getting punched in the gut. Just like in the first one, that he got attacked by the Asian guy. What's your opinion on Parasite? I haven't seen it. I know it's on Netflix, but I don't want to see anybody suffering, guys. Not for 2 hours or over 2 hours. I saw the Snyder cut. I think that's enough suffering. People suffering and being somber for over 3 hours. It totally deserves those scores, in my opinion, because it's a genuine masterpiece. People have been saying that, but I am gonna wait till the end of the year. I'm not gonna watch any depressing ass movies right now. This came out the same year as when did John Wick come out? 2014, yeah. So John Wick 2 came out a year after this, and that got praise. Those movies didn't get like a 30% on Rotten Tomatoes. Spear, nice, right through the floor. Good stunt work. The movie doesn't have a lot of CG, which is always appreciative in an action movie. I know Aaron Eckhart. This guy's in a wheelchair. He lost both of his legs. What happened? No, Parasite getting the praise. I'm glad Asians are getting some respect in film now. But the thing is that what happened this year was uncalled for, man. It really was. And the nominees this year were just weak. Even the animated movie, I knew Soul was going to win because Onward was not the best movie last year. How dare you punch the president on camera? See, Rhoda Mitchell does nothing in this movie. In the first movie, she at least was a nurse helping people. In this one, she does nothing. Protect. Not be a racist asshole like Trump was. Ah, mic drop. But at least Biden may be old, but at least he's helping people more. You saw he's gonna use a machete. Damn. This guy has a machete. What are you, Hassan? Hassan Chop. See, I have a personality, guys. It flows through me. I don't have to say stupid shit in a live commentary or a chat to get my feelings across. Yep, Hassan's gonna chop now. I know. I saw one of these executions online. It was hard to watch. Yep, take that. Yep, you're not gonna stream that on YouTube. Yes, you can show an execution on YouTube. You can destroy toys or bad DVDs of movies. I've done it, but I would never kill an animal or a person or even a plant on YouTube because I'm not sick, guys. I preserve nature. I don't spit on it. That's right. Take that, Hassan. This guy had a thing in his pocket. Yeah, I know. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's right. Even though he's not from the U.S., he's from the U.K. But again, I hope Gunpowder Milkshake is good. And I'm not doing a podcast for it. I'm going to watch it on Netflix in July, and I'll get back to you guys. Yeah, 1,000 years from now, we'll still there'll still be in America because we always persevere, even through the rough times like 9/11 and Hurricane Sandy and the COVID. We still are here. I'm still here. I should have been dead years ago because of how fat I was. I like that speech that Mike says. It's blunt and to the point. Fire. This would be one hell of a video game. One of the Fallen movies as a game. It could be like a first-person shooter or like a Grand Theft Auto or something like that. Or just an action game like the Uncharted series. Ugh, excuse me. That's right, baby. That's right. Also, this movie doesn't have stupid nudity or like sexual content that's not needed. But sometimes in an action movie, I just want to see the action. I want to see coherent, well lit, well edited action sequences, guys. Whether it's CG or just a bunch of guys shooting at each other, I want to see something happen. You're not out. He's got a Karen Gillan accent. Wow. Flammable gas. Yep. It ignites. Glad the chat's kind of dead now because I really don't care. I want to. I want to just go get this done. That's right. Come on. We're not gonna run from an explosion. We're gonna just like hide from it. Wow. Good scene. Is it realistic? Hell no. But it's an action movie, guys. This isn't a cartoon like freaking Fast Nine's gonna be. I'm calling it right now. Fast Nine got exactly what it deserved critically. It got a 30-some% on Rotten Tomatoes saying it's unrealistic. Yeah, you're making cars fly in the sky. This isn't like dropping it from a plane or from a helicopter or going through a building. This is flying. Cars don't freaking fly unless it's Back to the Future. I'm sorry. Your realism went right out the window when cars started flying. Do I like pickles? No. Banning, do you copy? I haven't found any side of him either. I hated that colonel with his wee beady eyes and that look on his face. Oh, you're gonna buy my chicken. Oh, that's laughable. He sounds like Shrek. Mike Myers in I'm at the pool. Good. Good. Get some sun. It's a beautiful day out today. It's very hot, but it's nice out. It's gonna rain later where I live. Where do you live, Jeff? In Florida? It must be hot if you're going to the pool. I wish I was in a nice, cool, clean pool outside right now or indoors, because it feels so good. I was so hot I had to take a shower because I was just sweating. That's right. Well, we're not done yet. I live in Florida. I knew it. I called it. I was like, yeah, because it's very hot over there. I went there when I was a kid. What part of Florida? Like the southern part or like the middle part? I went to Fort Lauderdale, Orlando, Ocala, Miami. I've never been to like Jacksonville or Tallahassee, but I want to go there sometime. But after the COVID is gone, that way I can travel safely without a stupid mask on my face, like because it's just the worst. Wearing a mask in the summertime sucks. That's what Michael Bay says in every movie he does. If I want you to blow something up, blow it up. Because every movie he does has an explosion, whether he directs it, writes it, or produces it. His movies always have something exploding. I know because I saw a lot of Michael Bay movies. The first two Bad Boys films, Transformers, the two Ninja Turtles movies he produced. Uh, what was it? I haven't seen Six Underground, but I've heard that. My friend Blaze says Fast and the Furious is the same movie. Yeah, it's been the same movie ever since Fast and the Five and Six. They made them into cartoons, literally. Now the cars can fly, which is stupid. Again, I can't hear you. What? That's her the whole movie. She sounds like she's on Quaaludes. Again, why are you whispering? Logging on. This movie should have been over already, but they kind of stretch it out a little bit longer from this. I know they're going to. Even after the COVID, things are going to change. I know I hate mask. Mask? Yeah, I hate wearing a mask. I wore one today and it was just hard to walk in that mask. Fast Nine should have never been made, or Fate of the Furious, or Hobbs and Shaw. When Paul Walker passed, they should have stopped. That should have been the indication. Just let it die already. A franchise just doesn't know when to quit. I'm not going. I'm not now. Oh yeah, now you're yelling. He didn't listen to you, so he got popped. Did she have to yell? No. But hey, at least I could hear her, right? Mm-hmm. Yes, you should. We're almost done, guys. Give me a few more minutes. Yep, we're gonna blow you to kingdom. Wait, my least favorite Fast and the Furious movie is Too Fast. No, that one is decent. I think it's an underrated one. The worst ones are the ones that have come out without Paul, mainly Fate, Hobbs and Shaw, and this new one, because he wasn't in Tokyo Drift, but that one's it's all right. I don't hate it. Yeah, London got attacked a lot in the last decade. Nope, not in film. Look at the little fingers. Yeah, Rhoda Mitchell's in like 3 scenes in this movie. Hobbs and Shaw was a spinoff, but it's part of that franchise. It's part of Fast and the Furious. And it bombed. In the US, it didn't make even $200 million. And that was before COVID. That little baby's so cute because that movie's over 2 hours and 10 minutes. Why? The first, I like Han and Soldier Drifter was all right. Yeah. Han should have stayed dead. They had to bring him back again in Fast 9 because they want more diversity hires. With Paul not there, there's just a piece of the puzzle that's missing. Hmm. Fast and Furious, it was running out of ideas. When Paul died, they should have stopped. If they, because Hobbs and Shaw was just they did a spinoff. They should have done the Hobbs and Shaw movie in 2000 in like 2010 or something. Like not there. That's it. The movie's over, guys. An hour and 33 minutes. That was a fun time. That was London Has Fallen. Not as good as the first one, but it's short, so it was good. I finally got to finish and see the movie again after a couple years, and this was fun. Thanks for joining me in the chat, Jeff. You were more civil than some of the people on here. Some of the people on here think this is school. I'm not grading films. I'm grading the movies I'm watching, not the films that are not have nothing to do with it. So, but there's no variety more. I know, Jeff, but yeah, but again, the podcast is over. I finally got to see this movie again. You kind of joined late, but at least you made it. And that's the DVD of the movie. Next time, the next podcast will be in a few days, hopefully. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next live commentary for June. Thanks for watching. Later.